first of all, when I was named head coach a couple years ago, I challenged our team, challenged our coaching staff with the three numbers of 50, 26, and 10. I wrote them on the board and talked to our guys about what they meant. At that point, it had been 50 years since we won the Big Ten, 26 years since we won a bowl game, and 10 years since we had a winning season in Indiana. And I told our team, told our coaches, we're going to accomplish all three of those. And if you don't believe we're going to do that, you need to leave. And I was very honest and open and sincere about it. Wasn't going to take it personal if they didn't believe, but I didn't want them here. Because I want a coaching staff and a football team that believes. Those numbers grew to 52, 28, 12 as this season started. We just knocked off the last one tonight, which makes it a big, big deal. Getting that seventh win to secure a winning season here in Indiana for first time in 12 years. You got a chance to knock off the next one here later on. We'll go to our bowl game. So this is a very hungry football team that is not satisfied with where they are, and I don't think they're shocked by what they're doing. They expected it, and there's no question that not a lot of people felt that way or believed in us, and that's okay. It never mattered to us. About earmuffs and blinders in this program, and we're just really proud of our guys. Proud of how they fight, the grit they showed. We start the game with 2 stinking offsides penalties on our offense and get 1st and 20 against a very good defense and didn't blink. Drove right down the field, got us 3 points and got rolling. So just really proud of the resilience and the toughness and the fight of this team, the grit that we have, that we show each and every week. We're getting better every time we take the field. Probably was our most complete game to date. To get 4 Big Ten wins in a row is pretty special. And so just congratulations to our coaching staff. I thought Kane Wallman did a phenomenal job calling the defense today. And Caleb and Board continues to do a great job. And our offensive staff and defensive staff, the guys that worked extremely hard, and that will not stop. So a lot of good performances tonight, but it was a team win. And very excited about getting number 7. It means a lot to this program. Questions?
Zach.
Good, kind of a blunt question. You talked about your team not being satisfied, not being surprised, but they haven't had, as a group together, this kind of success. Obviously, the win total, but also kind of the stretch you're on here. How have they kind of managed maybe some of the intangible stuff through that together to make nights like tonight not even sort of seem very routine, I guess?
Well, I think there's a very purposeful approach with our coaching staff, with our guys. Yeah, it's uncharted territory for this team and our program, but at the same time, I'm telling you, we've recruited a bunch of guys that came here to do the very thing we're doing right now. And that's why, when I talk to these guys and challenge them about what's next and where we want to be and what we're trying to accomplish, that they just have the mindset that, hey, coach, that's why we came here. So we expected this to happen. Didn't know when it was going to happen. I always, and I believe it was going to happen my first year, okay, and it did not. And I believe it was going to happen year 2. And I knew we were really young last year, and it was going to be challenging to do some of these things, but it didn't happen. But we didn't. It was very disappointing, but we didn't get discouraged. We didn't hang our heads. We just rolled our sleeves up and went back to work. We kept recruiting, we kept developing, and we kept fighting. And that's where grit comes into this year. That's our one word for a reason: the perseverance and passion towards a long-term goal. And that's what this team has. And they showed it again tonight. And like you said, it was just a very systematic, dominant performance by our football team in all 3 phases against a very mature team that's played a brutal schedule. Coach Fitz is one of my guys I look up to so much in this conference. I have so much respect for him. And his kids play so hard. They're physical, they're tough, they're big, they're strong, and they've just had a bunch of tough losses and played a really uphill battle schedule-wise, and it makes it hard sometimes. It's a fine line in this league, so I fully understand that. So to me, it's about understanding that we've got big goals for this place, and I came here with that belief, and it has not changed. And so I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it's not been easy. And we just got to stay the course, keep working to get better each and every week. Enjoy the bye week. It's going to be critical that we get healthy and get better this week. Do a lot of recruiting, but at the same time, these guys they're on a mission, and I'm proud of them.
Tomlin, Revy.
Coach, just have to ask what went into the decision to start Mike tonight and how he was, and then what, if anything, there was that happened where he had to come out?
Yeah, the decision to start Mike was pretty simple. I've been kind of frank with that situation. He was the starter, and as soon as he's healthy to play, then he would come back and be the starter when he was able to go, and he was able to go this week, so we went with him, and then he got dinged up there right before half, and so we'll know more about that tomorrow. But once again, Peyton Ramsey just continues to be just a great teammate, great player for us, and we've had two quarterbacks that have played almost equal amount of time, I think, if you look at the exact quarters and time of out there. So they're both a huge part of our program, and very proud of both of them. So just great to have two.
Matt?
Coach, you talked not just this year, but years past about finishing. I have this right that you guys have given up like 30-something points in the fourth quarter all year. 6 of those came on the fluky play at Michigan State. How pleased are you how your defense seems to get stronger as the game goes along?
Well, very pleased. I mean, that's the key. I mean, because that's the big thing we were not able to do in the past. Was to be able to finish. And I got asked that question 1,000 times. I got sick and tired of answering it. But it's a fair question because we didn't those close games when you don't win them, you don't finish. And so, but it's obviously been a huge point of emphasis. It's been a huge part of us trying to make sure that we can make, and my answer was consistent. It's you got to make critical plays in those times of the game. Last 5 minutes of the game, you got to get the key stops. You got to get the key execution on offense. You got to get the big plays. You got to make the tough catches. You got to make the contested runs. And when they're loading the box or whatever they're doing to try and stop that key situation. And it's depth. It's our guys just in the year older, more mature. It's our weight room. It's our strength staff, the job that they do. They play a huge role in the fourth quarter mindset and our conditioning, our strength, the confidence we have. And we're getting stronger every single time we go in that weight room. It's impressive. Like the way our guys work, I mean, I've never been a part of a team that works this hard during the season in the weight room. And that's the buy-in is so high right now because they believe that staff in there knows exactly what they're doing. If they do exactly what they tell them to do, they're going to get bigger, faster, stronger, even during the season. And that creates a ton of confidence for us to run the football like we have to in the second half, finish games conditionally in terms of speed and burst of the football, and be able to make those critical plays. So there's a lot of things that go into it. And then I'm just proud of our coaches, too. They're just doing a great job of working on to tirelessly figure out what we can do to be able to finish out well and get the result that we want.
Matt Cohen and Sammy.
I guess following up on that, Taiwan Mullen continues to get better and better this season. He had multiple first half, was involved in multiple first half takeaways today. How has he progressed from a true freshman to where he is now as one of the leaders?
Well, when he first was here, he was basically just a situational guy to put man-to-man on one of their top guys late in the game, or not late in the game, but during the game. So he didn't know the whole defense to be able to play, completely during a series. And then as the season progressed, he's now gotten to where he knows, that all the things he has to do to play, the zone coverages, the match man, the true zone, the man coverage that we're playing, all the checks and adjustments that go along with it. So it just took some time. And then as the season kind of progressed, we grew his role. But he's always been, from the beginning, he's been a playmaker. And he's a special player. But he's also got a special, mindset. He grabbed me tonight. He's like, Coach, this is what I told you we were going to do, when we came here. He's like, he's the kid that wrote down those 3 numbers in my exit meeting I had with him when he came on his official visit. So he's a very confident young man, and he just keeps getting better, like our team does. And his role, like you said, keeps growing. And he's just, he's got a great knack for the ball. He just has he created that first takeaway, of the game, which is those kind of things are huge. They got a big long run in the first play of the game, and he breaks that ball right out of there with great technique, and then a lot of key breakups, and he's just being Taiwan. He's a stud.
Sammy, then John.
Coach, Stevie Scott went over 100 yards again for the 3rd time this season. He's been a factor in the passing game. How has his evolution come along from the beginning of the season where you guys struggled to run the ball to now where you're almost running at will?
Yeah, we were very frustrated at first. And I know you guys asked me questions, and you should. But I do feel like that there was a concerted effort by the teams we were playing to just make sure Stevie Scott did not beat them. And so they were loading the box, and they were making sure, and he was getting, impatient, and he was trying to bounce a lot of runs and try to make those big plays and get those yards. And so it was kind of a dual, reason for why he wasn't getting the production that we were used to seeing from him. But he learned a lot. Coach Hart did a great job of teaching him and how to handle this and to be more patient with his runs. And then he started running harder, with more confidence. And now our old line just keeps getting better and better each and every week. Even though, like you said, we played against some really good run defenses that still have been able to consistently run the football in the way that we know we need to. So I just think in the past game, he's really worked on that with just ball skills and tons of catches and in the off season and after practice, before practice, and judge machines, and just trying to get to where he's a weapon in the pass game, just like he was again tonight. When they load the box and flare him out there and we pop it outside, and he goes for a touchdown. So he's in his pass pro. He's a great pass protector. He's a big boy, but he's unselfish, and that's a big part. Matter of fact, we used in one of our during fall camp. I read a lot of books and use a lot of books to teach our players about the kind of team we're trying to develop. And one of them was about an unselfish running back at the NFL level, what that looks like, and how those guys have to be great pass blockers as well as receiving the football out of the backfield, as well as running the ball. And he's bought into that. We're just trying to give them real life examples of guys and how our guys need to play on special teams as a starter. I believe in that. And those guys, our guys have bought into that. Nick Westbrook, same thing. He does drills for special teams every single week because he knows he wants to play at the next level, and he knows he's going to have to be a special teams guy at that point. And so he does all those drills, even though he doesn't take a ton of reps at it. But that's the kind of buy-in our guys. They believe what we tell them, and they're doing it. So Stevie's just been getting better and better.
John, then we'll close with Jim.
Obviously, you already asked about Taiwan Mullen, obviously with that strip, but Alfred Lance Bryan right before the end of the half. I know it was a play that didn't, count.
Still counts for a takeaway.
Yeah, in terms of
yes, it does.
riding to the half with some momentum, how much of that?
Well, that's huge. We knew they were going to get the ball in the third quarter, and you guys watch us play. So we've had some end of the half, times where we've given up points, and it's happened, and it's hard, and it kills you going in to halftime. And so we've been working so hard on that, and obviously you got to balance it out. How much time's on the clock, and what do they need, and you don't want to give up a field goal. You don't want to give any momentum at all. They don't have 3 points. And then, they're going to take a shot. They're going to try and flip the ball around a little bit. We kind of thought they might do something like that because of the distance they had to go, and that's what they did. And so we got a chance to get a cheap takeaway, but we'll take it for sure. But it was just, it's momentum, It's you saw the guys ran off the field, and that's what it takes. It's a game of momentum. It's a game of understanding how to finish. It's playing team football, all 3 phases working together. And we got a 3-and-out to start the second half. Offense goes down, and we just finished them off from there. So just really proud of the way our guys are playing complementary team football.
Jim, last one.
Coach, you guys have scored 30 or more points in 6 straight games, 8 of the 9 that you've played this year. Talk about what having that kind of consistency does for the team, for the staff, even for the defense.
Well, it creates a lot of confidence. That it's hard in today's game. It's hard to hold a team to 3 points. It's hard to get shutouts. It's hard to hold people to even 7, 10 points anymore. So to know that you got a chance to score 30-plus points every game, no matter who we play, it's pretty awesome. And it gives our whole team. It's become our expectation. And we know we got to continue to work hard to stay to that level. But it's a tribute to Kalen DeBoer and his offensive system he brought to us, and our coaches that have bought into that, and players as well, and maximizing our roster and the talent that we have. And so just credit to him for the job that he's doing. And so he's been a game changer for us and a huge part of our success. So I'm really proud of Caleb.
All right, thanks, John.
Awesome.
Players and waivers.
Have a great night. Elio.